Thank you very much for joining me on this Sunday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. There's going to be an asteroid later today that gets pretty close to Earth. It's going to get between the moon and the Earth. Very interesting stuff, and I want to show you ways how you could watch that. I have that on Earth QC, so search Earth QC on YouTube. It is on that. I put a whole video on that. Again, that is later today, an asteroid getting in between the orbit of the Earth and moon. Again, that's over on Earth QC. All right, let's get to this. That big blob there is Cindy. I want to talk about how close it's going to get to Bermuda and Canada. That's going to bring some higher seas. We've got some blobs of rain, what's left of Brett, and a lot of moisture that is going to increase the flooding threat as the week goes on. St. Lucia, St. Vincent The Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to see a higher flood threat, as well as Honduras, even over toward Belize, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. A very, very active week as we're getting locked into this wet season pattern. Big time tropical downpours are on the way. So I'm going to cover that. Again, take everything step by step as we go through the season. I know it's a high anxiety time of year. So let me give you the big picture to show you what we're seeing. Again, here's what's going on. There is Cindy, there is Bermuda, and as expected, Cindy passing safely to the northeast of the Caribbean. That is right on track. There is Cindy, but look at this. Here's Trinidad and Tobago, for example. Here's Barbados. Look at all this moisture building. Still that train of tropical waves. Now, there are indications that this is going to bring a lot of moisture to even near Guyana and Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, all the way up through about St. Lucia. So again, as the week goes on, that rain chance is going to get a lot higher. Again, I want to pass that along. The flood threat will get higher in Trinidad and Tobago as the week goes on. I'll dive into some specific forecast ahead. Eastern Pacific side getting more active. I expect some name systems out there. And again, I'll keep an eye on the seas. Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, very active on both sides right now. So got you covered there as well. Here's the very latest on Cindy. Now the official forecast track has it falling apart in just about a day. Okay, so it's dealing with a lot of wind shear as expected. It is going to weaken. Now, does it completely fall apart? Huge question mark. The intensity has been a big question mark in all of this. The track, though, right on track, again, passing safely to the northeast. All the tropical storm wind probabilities, all of that stuff offshore, nowhere near Antigua and Barbuda, nowhere near Anguilla, well off to the northeast again. Now, as far as the modeling goes, again, this doesn't tell us the strength. This just shows us where this system is going to go. I'm going to get into the strength in just a second. So as we go forward, here's Bermuda. It's a tiny dot right there on your screen. And you can see most of the modeling has everything to the east. I know a couple are to the west. So again, still a wait and see on that. And then this swings it up toward Eastern Canada. So at that point, it could be strengthening. So this could be a land threat as we get down the road. Now you see, this is how strong Cindy can be as we go out over time. Green shading, this would be tropical storm. White, it would have fallen apart. So going out in time, these are the computer models, and you see that how it weakens. It is going to weaken, so that is expected. Now the Hurricane Center has it completely fall apart. Not so sure that's going to happen, but either way, then down the road, a lot of the models, a little uptick over time. 84, 96, 108 hours out, so we get several days out, and you can see it strengthening again. And that's why, again, I'm thinking about Canada, thinking about near Bermuda for at least the higher seas. So let me get to that. I do this channel for safety. So let me break down Bermuda right now. There is going to be weakening in the short term, so that's going to help. The track is still uncertain. Most of the models have whatever this is to the east. But again, as these things swing up, I keep a very close eye on that track. Higher seas, definitely, that's going to be the case. And again, we could get some gusty winds. Now, it's not going to re-strengthen quickly. So again, the track, I'm going to keep a very close eye on that. Bermuda, at least we have that weakening trend in the short term. So that's some good news, and I got you covered. I'm just going to keep an eye on it again as we go over the next few days. So watching midweek, if this thing were to swing into our direction in Bermuda midweek, that's when we would get some gusty winds and rain. But again, most of the modeling is just to the east. Different situation anywhere from Halifax up towards St. John's as we get into the Atlantic region of Canada. Now, here's the deal as it works its way up here. I do expect it to kind of spin up again. I do see that happening. Will it become a tropical storm? storm, that's still a question mark. At the least, especially near Nova Scotia, higher seas, gusty winds late week Friday in particular. Could be a tropical storm again at that point. Now the water, though, it is going to weaken in the short term, and then it should strengthen a little bit, but the water temperatures are relatively cool here. So that's a good thing, because that's not going to help it re-strengthen a ton, but it could re-strengthen. Some of the models have this as a strong tropical storm, others just getting some gustier winds. But again, a heads up. By Friday, share this channel. We'll get some higher seas, and then we'll keep an eye on how this all pans out down the road. But again, most of the modeling brings something. It could be a tropical storm up toward extreme eastern Canada as we get toward the end of the week. Clearly watching that for you. Now, here's the big picture. Then I'm going to zoom down into the Caribbean. Here is Florida, the Bahamas. We've been watching some rain and storms around. This right here is Bermuda. This right here, that is Cindy. So watching Cindy. Now, this is the American model. The American model at this point is pretty similar to the European model. They're both kind of fluctuating in strength. The track is the same though. So this is by the time we get into Wednesday. Again, the American model and the European model have whatever is left of Cindy just to the east of Bermuda at this point. So again, that's by Wednesday, watching midweek for Bermuda. And then you see the system lifting up here. Now, the water temperatures, hopefully that keeps things kind of settled. But you see over toward Nova Scotia, we get some of the rain that would be working in by the time we get into the end of the week. Got you covered. All right, let's get a look at the Caribbean again. Brett's falling apart. Brett is said and done with that. Stayed right on track for the most part. Again, I expected that weakening. That happened. We're in good shape. Seas anywhere from about 3 meters. We could still see some of the seas upwards of 8 to 10 feet. So heads up for our mariners south side of Jamaica, and again north of Colombia and Panama. That's where we're going to have the higher seas as we work our way through the day. Now look at this. I mentioned the flood threat right away. I want to take you out on time. This is today. Today's scattered showers. Panama, we're going to have a little bit more, but point being, really anywhere. Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands, Saba, Montserrat, St. Martin, Statia. Again, spotty shower possible today. Now let me move forward to the time frame. This is by the time we get into Monday afternoon. Look at a couple things. Higher flood threat, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and look at all this rain just to the east of the eastern Caribbean. That's what I was showing you at the beginning. That is a concern for flooding as we get down the road. So again, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, tomorrow higher flood threat. Let me take you out on time and bring you into our Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to see a buildup of moisture here again. Belize, the rain chance gets higher. Cayman Islands, it gets higher. Jamaica, the rain chance will get higher as we work our way into our Tuesday. So watching some areas of flooding, even scattered showers and storms, Haiti, Dominican Republic. And look at that rain building. You see it there? This is by Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday. Eastern Caribbean, it is going to get wet. So again, please share this information, because by the middle of the week, we are going to see that flood threat getting higher. We've already seen flooding over the last couple of weeks in spots. Trinidad, we've had that. St. Vincent The Grenadines, we're still dealing with some of the cleanup, of course, from Brett. So as the week goes on, not a name system, but we don't need a name system to have problems. We are going to see that flood threat in the Eastern Caribbean and the Western Caribbean as we work our way to Central America. So again, very, very busy as we swing into the week ahead. Now, these are the rain totals just through tomorrow. So through Monday, Honduras and Nicaragua will have some spots getting 75 millimeters to 100 millimeters of rain. That's 3 to 4 inches. Same thing Costa Rica and Panama. And you see the Eastern Caribbean, the heaviest rain still sitting offshore, but that's what's to come throughout the week. Elsewhere, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Florida, the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, scattered showers and storms. And again, all eyes will be on what Cindy does as far as that strength goes. So today, Trinidad and Tobago active. Next couple days, 50 to 60% chance of rain, but it gets even more active by the time we get into Wednesday. I was just showing you that. Same thing as we get our way back toward Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, 50% chance of rain today and tomorrow, a 60% chance as we work our way into Tuesday. Barbados, rain chance will go up as we get into the week. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be up to about a 60% chance. Same thing over towards St. Lucia, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Dominica. We get toward Antigua and Barbuda. Spotty shower the next few days, 20 to 30% chance by midweek. That'll go up a little bit, about a 40 to 50% chance by midweek. Same thing as we get over toward Anguilla as the week goes on. the rain chance is going to be getting higher. Not a lot as we go through the day today. Puerto Rico, 40-50% chance. But you see again the trend as we go throughout the week. Almost all those numbers as we work our way into Tuesday are bumping up. Same thing, Dominican Republic. We'll get some of those scattered showers and storms the next few days, but a higher chance Tuesday into Wednesday. Very busy pattern. Jamaica, the same thing. Eastern Caribbean, Central and Western. Again, the rain chance gets higher. So Jamaica, Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to see a better chance of rain. Watching Cuba and over toward the Cayman Islands. You see that in the Cayman Islands, 30% chance today. 50% chance by the time we head into Tuesday. And Belize, that rain chance will get higher. Again, heavy rain just to the south in Honduras as we go over the next couple days. But Belize, the rain chance will pick up. Look at Honduras again. High chance of flooding. Not for all of us in Honduras and Nicaragua, but some spots are going to get flooding today and tomorrow and Tuesday. So again, that's what we're going to be tracking. Super busy. So breaking it down for you again, we had Arlene, Brett and Cindy. Brett is now done with. Watching Cindy in the Atlantic. Keeping an eye on Bermuda. Keeping an eye on Canada. Don would be the next name on the list. Emily, Franklin, and Gert after that. So again, rain chance as a trend going up. Watching areas of flooding. That is going to be a big concern as we go throughout the week. I showed you in the Atlantic, the live look in the Atlantic. You see for yourself, not a name system, but again, the rain that is building up. Watching Cindy's strength fluctuate the next couple days. I'll adjust the forecast for Bermuda, for Canada. Eastern Pacific getting very active. I expect some name systems out there. And again, today, an asteroid gets between the Earth and the Moon. I've got more information on that on Earth QC. You could see the video on that. I did that video yesterday. Fresh information for today. Again, that happens at 7:19 Eastern time later today. And I'll put a link on Earth QC on how you could actually see that. All right. Again, plenty going on for the weekend. Watching Cindy, watching the flooding. I will keep you posted. Leave those comments. I'll get to those throughout the day. Have a good Sunday.